That made it also very complex yesterday, because when we asked the commissioner where the governor was, he said he was in Nigeria. I mean, he refused to be specific as to where the governor was. But something struck me in your opening statement. You said, we've seen this before. We saw it at the federal level. And, you know, you said you broke into laughter when you saw it again a second time, repeating itself at the state level. We thought that, you know, we would have learned lessons, or we should think that by now we would have learned lessons so that things like this do not repeat themselves again a second time, be it at the federal, state, or local government levels. How come it seems that we're not taking anything away from what has happened to us before?
The only lesson we learned was that in Yaradua's case, a document was not transmitted to the National Assembly, and that necessitated the doctrine of necessity. And so, but in this case, they perfected their act, and what they do, all you just need to do is transmit a document to the State House of Assembly. And also, if you remember the case of the Kogi State Governor, even while the man was in a hospital in Abuja, commissioners were going to consult with him, in spite of the fact that the man had said, look, I have empowered the deputy commissioner to run the state in my state.
The deputy governor.
The deputy governor. And people were still going to Abuja to consult. That shows you the type of governance we have in Nigeria. And so here, commissioners will come out to tell you that the man transmitted a document to the State House of Assembly, and that was all that was required of him. And the Constitution did not say that he should not be away for so number of days. And so since he has transmitted a document as stated by the Commissioner for Information, and that governance is ongoing, salaries are being paid, and project is ongoing, and nobody should complain, and the man is here. And so where is he? Because he does not even know.
Mr. Oshomah, let us ask, why is that? Is this,
because people,
is this insecurity on the part of the person who's been elected, or insecurity on the part of his commissioners, or is it something in our culture that doesn't tell people whether or not you're ill?
I will share the blame and apportion responsibilities accordingly. First and foremost, the people. When the Yaradua's issue started, it took the Nigerian masses to go on the streets, led by Save Nigerian Group, to say, look, we demand to know the state of health of our president. We cannot just be ruled by some people who will come today to tell us that Mr. President is fine, he sends his greetings, Mr. President asks you to pray for him. We need to know. And so that also necessitated the politicking that was going on. And then if you look at Enugu State, what is happening, have you ever heard that the people in Enugu State are complaining or demonstrating or asking the state government, where is our governor? And then also, on the part of the government, we know the way these people are elected. And then once the man is preparing to leave office, an anointed son, somebody had been anointed to take over from him. And that's what leads to the problem they usually have with their godfathers. We remember even the same Sullivan Chime had issues with Chimaroke Nnamani. And during the electioneering, Chimaroke Nnamani came out to say, look, I gave this man is not fit. I gave him 7 million naira to perform an operation in America while he was a commissioner with me. And they denied it as statement coming from detractors and opposition. And even the electorate, swept it under the carpet. And now nobody is complaining. And that's why it is easy for these few people to just come out with cock and bull stories, and then everybody would believe. And then also, some people will tell you, don't talk. If you talk, since the town is so small, you might just be singled out and eliminated. And that's why leave those people in Lagos and Abuja to talk. They can run far with their mouth. But we are the ones on ground here. And the image we paint of a governor, a leader, it's that of, like I said, an emperor. He sits atop an empire, and in a feudal system, the king can do no wrong. And so since the king can do no wrong, we see the governor as a king who oversees an empire, that's the state, and so he can do no wrong. So whatever he does, that is the wish and the will of the people. Let it be. And that's why when they come to lie to us openly and we know the truth, we take it. We say, hey, don't worry, when your time reaches, do differently.
Well, exactly 24 hours after that particular interview, when that story broke, that he was already in Nigeria. If by Monday no one has any access to the governor or no one claims to have seen them, what do you think the State House of Assembly should do?
I pray that by Monday or by even this morning or this afternoon, that when I leave here now, there'll be breaking news. Sullivan Chime at the airport with traditional rulers and cultural troop to welcome him. I pray, but I will not beat my chest that will happen. The people of Enugu State, remember we are operating a federal system. Lagosians or people of Imo State or those in Edo State or Delta State cannot fight for the people of Enugu State. It's Enugu people that would have to fight for themselves. That look, we need to see our governor. Nobody is wishing the governor dead. But the way they are going about it, I remember late last year, there were rumors that the governor was dead. You know, and so if, while all this started, quickly, if you saw the Dan Baba Suntai's picture photograph in the office, even though we doubted those, even Sullivan Chime's photograph with some governors, I asked somebody, I said, are you sure this photograph was a recent photograph? This photograph could have, for all I care, could have been taken 2 years back. And now they just, you know, found this photograph before to tell us that, look, the man is in London and is recuperating, and he took photographs with it. So it beholds on the people from Enugu State to take their destiny in their hands, to demand for accountability and probity in the affairs of government, because it is not about a one-man affair. It is not about, and then the commissioners and the State House of Assembly also should see it beyond personal gains. They should see it as a service to the people. And with that, you know, we move beyond all of this grandstanding and politics of we saw him, we did not see him.